Hey, in today's video I am looking at things you can do around Cebu City just if you want to have a fun thing to go out and do in the day. We're going to look at places like 10,000 Roses, House of Lechon, going bowling or like playing pool, go-karting, the Magellan's Cross and a few other places that are pretty interesting to go to, San Pedro Fort. Yeah, so come along, have a look. Let's see what we do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, first on the list today, we went down to have a look at 10,000 Roses, which is on Lapu-Lapu Island, but well, it's actually on the island bit off to the side of sort of Lapu-Lapu. It's still on Lapu-Lapu, I think you'd call it. It's like a Instagram-y type place. There's all these sort of fake roses that are in the ground there and they all light up, and it's I haven't been there during the daytime, but at night time it looks very nice, and there's sort of LED lighting places that you can stand in front of and take photos of, and it's kind of beautiful to look at. But yeah, you can take some pretty nice photos and videos there, kind of Instagram-y if you're into that sort of thing. It's just yeah, it's nice. It's a good place to go with a girlfriend or someone that you want to take some photos with and to get some nice pictures, I should say. If you are looking for food, they do have a cafe in the actual place itself that it was pretty packed when we got there. And just on the outside, there is quite a big restaurant, which we went to as well, which you'll see some of these photos here of the restaurant and the food there. The food was pretty good, not cheap, but not crazy expensive either. But compared to going to obviously Canadaria or somewhere like that, it's obviously quite a bit more expensive than that, but it was good. It was good. So we went there sort of around just after sunset, had some food for dinner, and then went in and walked around and had a look at the area, took photos, and yeah, it's very nice. Next place we're looking at is Magellan's Cross. So it's kind of a historical site, I guess. You can get to it if you're on Lapu-Lapu, which is where we were staying. You can go across on the big, I think it's called CCX or something like that. The big bridge that goes across. It costs, very little, maybe 100 pesos or something like that to go across on a motorbike, and it saves you about 40 minutes. I think it's pretty good. Anyway, you can come out there, and it's not far from there to get to Magellan's Cross, which is from back in Spanish era. It was like, I think, the first cross that was sort of erected by Magellan. I'm not a historian, but it's interesting, and it's nice to go there and have a look. Right next to it is like a big basilica, which we were planning to go in and have a look at as well. It's supposed to be really nice, but we got there with shorts on, and that is a no-no. So they will not let you in if you're showing your legs. Be aware. So if you are going to go there, wear some pants or bring some pants, I guess. It's supposed to be good, very nice in there, but we didn't go in and have a look. At some point in time, I'm assuming we'll go back there, but we didn't get in there. Nearby to there, so you can park at the big church there, walk to Magellan's Cross, which is literally 10 meters next to it, and then maybe one block away is San Pedro Fort, which is not as big as I thought it was going to be, but it's definitely worth going to have a look at as well. It's like, again, it's a Spanish era colonial type of fort that they had set up there with, you can go and have a look around in and walk around, and it's got some little garden bit in it, and like old cannons and other sort of interesting old stuff in there to have a look at. And yeah, it's they're all together, so you could go and do all three of them in, you know, an hour or 2 hours or something like that, which is what we did. Actually, from there, because I expected all of that to take a little bit longer than it did, and because it was somewhat quicker than what I expected, especially because we didn't get to go into the Basilica. Near to there is a place called Kart Zone, I think it's called. It's a Cebu go-karting place. And that was fun. We thought, oh, well, we've got nothing else to do. Let's go there and have a look. And we went there and went on, and you pay for, I think it's like 8 laps or 10 laps or something like that. It's not overly expensive, but I think they let me do 20 laps. That was pretty good. Like I'm not a race car driver, but I'm pretty quick. I was the fastest person out there, that's for sure. And I'll be honest, we got there, and Lyn has never driven anything. She can't ride a motorbike, and she's never driven anything, so she was a little hesitant to go on them. And I'm like, come on, that's fine. All you got to do is accelerate and brake. and steer. It's very easy. You can go as slow as you want. You don't even have to go fast. So she finally jumped on them as well, and we all went out there. And the first lap, I had the GoPro with me, and I was trying to, you can see it here, but I was filming her going along, and we're just putting along. Like, really, it was the very first lap. She'd never driven before. And so we're just very slowly cruising around. And then I've come around at the end sort of bit, and one of the guys that worked there was like, "Oh, hey, put that down. You're not allowed to do that when you're driving." All right, cool, no worries. So I don't have much footage of it. I've just got that little bit of us going together, and then a little bit of sort of her after I got off, because I did 20 laps in the time it took her to do 5, I think. And then she had a couple more laps to go by herself out there. At one point, I'll tell you the story though. At one point, she did come around the corner, and I guess ran out of room to bend her arms to steer it, and didn't sort of continue to turn, and didn't make the corner quite properly, and bumped into the tyre wall, which was fine. That's fine. They came out and they pulled her out, and she kept going. And then when she got round at the very end and she was coming into the pit area, she's coming in to stop, and they're like, "Stop, stop, stop." And she's like pressing the brake, but nothing was happening. Luckily, she was slow when she was driving most of the time, so she didn't really need to brake when she was on the track. But what had happened was, when she'd hit that tyre wall, and they're big car tyres, but they must also have their old go-kart tyres just thrown in there as well. One of these go-kart tyres has fallen out of that wall into the go-kart, and it's landed sort of between the back of the brake pedal and the front of the cart, so that you couldn't push the brake down anymore. So literally, for 3/4 of the time she was driving out there, she couldn't use the brake. So when she came in to stop at the pit stop, they're like, "Brake, brake, brake," and she's like pushing on the brake as hard as she can, and it's like barely slowing down. And luckily she wasn't going fast, but yeah, sort of bonks into the thing. And you can see in the video here, you can see that the tyre stuck in there behind the brake. So that was interesting. I'm surprised they didn't notice that when they went and pulled her out of the wall, but anyway, it's all good. No one was hurt, and it's fine. She was going slow, so it didn't matter. Another day we went on a trip, it was a raining day, I believe, and we decided we'd just go to like a local mall and find some things to do in there. And so we went in and went for a pedicure, I think it is, where they like trim your toenails and clean your toes all up and whatnot. Lyn, I think, got hers painted, and I had never done anything like that before, but why not? And I'll be honest, my toenails were probably not the best they've seen. So I was a bit sort of embarrassed, to be honest, going into it to do that. But they cleaned it all up, and it was awesome. I'm definitely going to do it again at some point. So that was good and pretty cheap, I think. I don't remember exactly how much, but it felt like it was cheap at the time. And yeah, it was nice getting my toenails all fixed up, which was good. From there, we also went bowling and did some tenpin bowling, which was fun, and they have pool there, or billiards, depending on where you're from, or 8-ball, I guess, depending on where you're from, what you call it, but you know, snooker, pool, billiards, whatever. So we played a bit of that for a while, and actually in the background, I don't know if you can see it, but in the background behind the pool table here, you can see they've got like an archery thing in there, which we didn't do, but you can go in and do archery in there, so that's pretty cool as well. I think if I remember correctly, after that, we shot off down to House of Lechon, which is supposed to be one of the best places to eat lechon in Cebu. And Cebu is supposed to be one of the places to eat lechon in Philippines. So I was keen to go there and eat. The first time I went to Philippines, I did try and find House of Lechon, and it's kind of, now that I know where it is, it's not hard to find at all. But when I went the first time, it was like my first day in the Philippines and first time riding a motorbike in the Philippines, and I was a bit stressed, and I did laps literally around exactly where it was and couldn't find it. Like, it was obvious where it was now, but yeah, so we went there this time. Look, lechon's awesome. It's delicious. I really like it. I would like to eat more of it, but House of Lechon, and it was good. It was tasty, but not cheap. I'm assuming you could go almost anywhere else and it would be significantly cheaper. So if you want to try what's supposed to be one of the best ones, then definitely go there, but it's expensive. Just be aware. It's not like a Western food high-end restaurant expensive, but it's expensive for Cebu. And the serves are not huge, but the serves are not huge anywhere in the Philippines generally. So, but yeah, it's good. Definitely very tasty. And the skin, I'm assuming if you're Filipino, you've had it. I'm assuming if you're not Filipino, you probably haven't had it. And lechon skin, it's not like in the West we have, you know, you have like a roast pork or something like that, and we will cut the skin and then we'll put salt all over it, and it all bubbles and stuff. It's all like bubbly and crispy and salty. It's not like that. They don't. It's very smooth, and it's not scored and not covered in salt, and it's just this crispy, savoury deliciousness, and it's bloody good. So I can't recommend that enough. The only other thing I'd mention is if you are going to one of these large shopping centres, malls, whatever you want to call it, and you are riding a motorbike, which, you know, maybe you will do that, the motorbike parking areas in these places are wild. I've never seen anything like it. You get there and it's just thousands and thousands of motorbikes crammed in all into this one little area. All I'll say is make sure you remember where your bike is, because there is so many in this one little area and they look the same. It's very easy to lose your bike. So make sure you remember exactly where you parked. Maybe take a photo of where you parked so you can find your bike again, because it's wild. There's so many in there. And that's it. There's a few fun things to do around Cebu City that we got up to when I was there last. There is other things to do there, like there's water parks and there's a theme world called Anjo World, which we went to, which I'll put in another video. There's the aquarium, which is pretty cool, which I'll put into another video as well. Like there's quite a lot of things you can do there, but this is just sort of little day things you can do if you're looking for something fun to do just on any given day. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all those things if you want. That'd be awesome. Comment if you want. If there's other things that I haven't talked about that there are like nice things to do in Cebu, because obviously I'm going to be back there at some point, let us know, because that would be cool to know. So anyway, thanks. Like, subscribe. Have a good day. Have a good week. And I will see you next week. Bye.